place in the NFC East and 3-1 after beating the Chargers on Sunday. A game behind are the Redskins, who dropped to 2-2 after losing to the Chiefs last night, along with the Cowboys. Dallas' defense has been pretty terrible lately, giving up 94 points in their last 3 games. So, Shannon.
Yep.
How will the NFC East play out?
Yep. Kind of like I figured.
Yep. Here we go.
With one exception.
One small exception.
Yeah, small exception.
We didn't mention one team in there.
I got Philly. I have Washington. Dallas.
Oh, you gave Dallas third? That's
and the Giants. And the Giants.
Huge progress for my Cowboys.
I mean, first of all, the Giants would have to go in the next quarter poll. They'd have to go 4-0 just to get to 500. That's why when you start out in a deficit like they did, that's why it's so hard. That's why since the merger, only one team has started 0-4 and made the playoffs since we've gone to this format. 1992 San Diego Chargers. Philly has 2 road wins already. Now, they lost to Kansas City. That's not no slouch in that.
No.
4 of the next 5 games are at home.
Yep.
And guess what? They found out if they give the ball to LeGarrette Blount, oh my goodness. It's funny that Darren Sproles had to get injured for them to realize that LeGarrette Blount got nicknamed Winnebago because he was housing. I think New England wished they had him back.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think they miss him, but go ahead.
I think they miss him. They can't run the ball. But anyway, it took Darren Sproles getting injured for Doug Peterson to realize that he has a power back and to use it. See, Skip, the thing that scares me about Doug Peterson is that he's one of these coaches that wants to be right. Well, I got Peyton Manning, I got Brett Favre with a little bit of Jim Kelly, and sometimes he relies so heavily on the passing game that he forgets that, you know what, I can run the ball here on 3rd and 1. I can run the ball on 3rd and 2. Instead of trying to prove that I'm right, we traded up to take this guy, I'm right. He does have Peyton Manning. He does have a little bit of Brett Favre in him. No, bro, your job is to call the game that's going to give you the best opportunity to win. Carson Wentz will take care of himself. I like the way they offensively because they, like I said, they discovered LeGarrette Blount and their defense, Fletcher Cox, Logan. They can get after Brandon Ingram. They can get after the quarterback. I agree. Washington impressed me. I thought they could be okay offensively, but I didn't see their defense playing as good as it plays. They can get after your quarterback. When you think of Washington, you don't think of a team that can get after your quarterback. Now, this Josh Norman injury is going to be very, very interesting because there are a lot of times they could have got off the field, illegal hands to the face, you got a holding call. So that's going to be – but the Cowboys, Skip, told you what was going to happen. Told you. You thought they were going to just pick right up where they left off.
Oh, so the season's over today.
Oh, well, Skip, I can't – I'm reclaiming my time. I need 10 seconds. Skip interrupted me. Reclaiming my time. You thought they were going to pick right up where they left off last year. We got Dak. Dak was leading QBR into the last meaningless ball game.
You're getting
he got nipped at the bud by Matt Ryan.
Listen.
Oh, Zeke Elliott. Ooh, that offensive line. That ain't working out for you. That ain't working out for you.
It's 2-2.
2-2.
1-0 in the
and
division.
about to be 2-3.
Could be.
Can I get a case on that?
Nope.
Why?
Because I might go that way also.
No,
Green Bay
no,
Skip,
don't do that.
Come on.
Skip, don't do that.
Greatest thrower of the football ever against the
Skip.
defense with no Sean Lee.
You're at home.
It's a mismatch.
You're at home.
It's a mismatch. I was at home last Sunday.
I know.
Yeah.
That hurt.
How'd that work out for me?
You know what?
You guys didn't have to win that game either, though.
No.
You know what hurts? When somebody come in your house, Skip, you ever had somebody come over to your house and they don't even say anything to you? They just walk right through your living room, go straight to your kitchen, open the fridge door like, get your orange juice and just chug it. Don't even pour a cup, just chug it. That's what Todd Gurley and Jared Goff did. They came to
take your hen dog.
Hey, you better get off that hen dog. I had to hide. Come homeboy Bucket come over. He thought I owned a liquor store.
Really?
So he come over. Hey man, what? No, you can't do that. I got to say this. The Miles and that hen dog go together.
Really?
Give me 3 months, Miles gonna be looking like Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
You're headed down that path.
Yeah, I'm headed down that path. Hopefully $1 billion.
I do that to
hopefully $1 billion too.
Is that why?
Yeah.
But Skip, they came to the Jared Goff and Todd Gurley came to the Cowboys.
I thought we were talking about the NFC East.
It is. Hold on. The Cowboys not in the NFC East. Did they move?
But
you want them
about
out?
the Redskins and the Eagles, right?
I'm just saying what the Rams did.
Oh.
Came to the house, Jerry's world.
Yeah.
Walked through the living room. Didn't even speak to Dak. Didn't even say hello to Zeke. Went in the refrigerator. Opened. What's in there? Orange juice. Just turned it up.
Wait a second. Dallas put him in the refrigerator for the whole first half, right?
Hold up.
287 yards?
What did that got to do with the final game? What did Todd Gurley do? Todd Gurley said, I'm tired of playing with y'all.
Yeah.
You know, you get somebody a head start, you know you're a little, you race skip, or can I get your head start? Take off, go.
Well, that's when somebody walks into your house when you're not home.
No.
Sean Lee wasn't home.
So,
He wasn't there.
hold on.
He wasn't there. It was more like burglary.
What about Awuzie?
Huh?
What
Not
about
there. He wasn't there.
What about DeMarcus Lawrence?
He was there.
What about Jalen Smith?
He
What
should
about
have been
Orlando
there.
Scandrick?
He's got a broken hand.
What about Jones? What about
I mean,
Brown?
you have to have 11.
Oh, don't do that, Skip. They fielded 46 that day.
Yeah.
46.
Like Nolan Carroll, gone.
But anyway, to make a long story short, I'm going to put a nice little bow on this.
Yep.
The Eagles, Washington, Cowboys. I ain't going to mention the last team because they disgusted
Okay, so
me.
is this your new prediction for the NFC East?
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
So a quarter of the way through, you have flipped, and now you're taking the Eagles and not the Giants. You've given up on the Giants.
Oh, you still taking the Cowboys?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't back off.
well,
man.
good.
I have the courage of my
well,
convictions.
good. We got a case on Sunday.
Oh, we don't have a case on Sunday.
Hold on. How you going to take?
My team is 1-0 in the division, and it will still be 1-0 after Sunday.
Okay, so perfect.
Huh?
But
I'm good,
They'll
man.
be 2-3.
I'm good. Well, that's fine.
The Eagles.
So will everybody else. in
Fly,
this
Eagles,
division.
fly.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Cry, Eagles, cry. Speaking of the Eagles, by the way, here's what I have right now. If I rank the division right now, I told you it's Washington easily over Philly, Dallas, and the Giants. But going forward, I'm going to stick by this. The Cowboys will slowly but surely scratch and claw their way back to the top of this division. Redskins will finish second, Eagles third, and unfortunately, the team you picked before the year to win it all will finish fourth in this division. And I will stand
No, I
by
picked them to
this.
win the division. I didn't pick them to win it all.
I said win. We're talking about the NFC East.
No, I thought you said win it all.
For a while, through most of the offseason, you had the Giants winning the NFC, period.
But I had bumped
Yeah.
my head.
Okay, you bumped your head. So the Eagles, I'm not buying. They can fly, Eagles fly for 4 games, but last year they flew for 3 games, and they were 3-0, and they had their bye week, and all of a sudden the combination Peyton Manning, who was it, Brett Favre,
Yeah.
turned back into Carson Wentz.
With a little
I think
Jim
there's
Kelly.
someone else in there.
A little Jim Kelly.
Jim
sprinkle.
Kelly in there. Yeah. And the point was last year they finished the year 7-9, did the Eagles, and I think they had 5 straight losses in late November, December last year, and I think this is going to play out the same way this time. And here's why I don't love the Eagles. What happened in their home game against a division rival, Giants, who had barely scored any points? The Giants had scored 13 points in their first 11 quarters of the whole season, 13 and 11 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened in the fourth quarter of that game at Philadelphia? So you're at home.
They called fire.
24 points you allowed to the Giants at home, and it took a 61-yard field goal to save you at home? That's the Eagles that you say are dominating this? No, stop it. I'm not buying it. And Carson Wentz has played much better to date than he did last year. He's 6 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's 4th in QBR to Dak's 3rd in QBR.
Oh.
But I'm going to remind you, just remember I said this. Just remember, starting November 19th at Dallas, at Rams, that they probably circled and said, oh, that's a gimme, right?
No,
It's
they
not a gimme
circled
anymore.
the Dallas game. So that's a
Okay,
gimme.
all right, well, we'll see about that, like it was last year.
Yeah.
At Dallas, at Rams, at Giants. Trust me, the Giants have their number. That will not be a gimme. Then they get the Raiders and Dallas at home to end it. And let's see how that plays out at that point in the season.
First of all,
Let's see where they are then.
you look at now. You see, you love numbers, and you keep talking about Dak's QBR.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about the Cowboys scoring D. They were 5th last year.
I'm
Where are
talking
they
about
now?
the Eagles right now.
Well,
And I'm telling you, and I'm not buying them without. Listen, Darren Sproles, I get it. LeGarrette Blount finished off the game. He closed for them the other day. Darren Sproles is a huge loss for them because every time I'm rooting against this team, there's one guy and only one guy who scares me to death, and it's Darren Sproles.
Why aren't you
He
mentioning
makes
the Cowboys?
plays.
Why aren't you mentioning the
I'm
Cowboys?
going down the list. I already told you what I thought of the Redskins. They've played the best 4 games so far, total 4 games. But we have Kirk Cousins' number.
No, you
and
don't.
that is 1-4 against my Cowboys. And he beat Kellen Moore in a Week 17 game in 2015.
That was a different first cousin.
Yeah, it was. So this is the same Kirk Cousins who lost to Matt Castle at home on a Monday night. That's this guy. And he lost twice to Dak last year, and I believe he'll lose twice to Dak this year.
I don't.
And I'll be right back in business. The problem with this division for me is I projected my Cowboys to be 12-4.
No
And that was
chance.
a season-threatening loss to the Rams. It was a crusher, man, because that pretty much did end 12-4 because the schedule gets nothing but tougher.
You're not going to be 11-5.
Well,
You're not going to be 10-6.
here's what's going to happen in this division because the Giants, you can leave them for dead, but they're going to take their pounds of flesh down the road here.
As long as it's not the
They'll beat
Cowboys,
some
I'm
teams.
good.
Well, you watch. They'll beat your Eagles at New York. And the point is, it might take 9-7 to win this division, but all I care about is winning this division and getting into the playoffs, and then I'll be good.
And you're not going to beat anybody in the playoffs. You got a terrible defense.
I do right now.
This offense,
What if he gets healthy?
the offense is your staple. And what you were able to do was you could control the clock. Zeke was getting 5.5 yards. You know, last year he averaged 5.5 yards on first down. He's 2.8 now.
Yep.
So instead of being 2nd and 5,
Did you nod off during the first half the other day against the Rams?
whoa, Skip.
I know you
No.
stay up late drinking
No.
that in-dog.
Yeah,
and
hold up.
Early Sunday
Skip,
game
you need
start
to
at
stop-
10 a.m. here in
stop
L.A.
putting my-
Did you nod off?
You enjoy me putting my business in. See, I don't drink that old hard hen dog. I get that red hard.
Wait a second. I'm putting your business.
Yeah.
You put it in the street.
Well, I was celebrating the Broncos win.
The Cowboys lost.
The Broncos
You know it, and I know it.
No, Skip.
It's
what?
okay. It's
I-
okay.
You make it seem like I get pleasure from your misery. It's not like that. It is like that. It's absolutely like that. The Cowboys, here's the problem though, Skip.
Yeah.
Because your guys cannot do what they did last year, which is possess the football and keep your average defense off the field. Zeke went from 5.5, so making 2nd and 4, and now it's 2nd and 7. There's a big difference between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 7. So I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. Yes, I do. When I'm giving it to you, anybody that's giving Skip Bayless bad news, call me first. Let me deliver it to him. Your Cowboys, I told you this, they're not making the playoffs, and I'm going to feel real good. I'm going to say I told you so. And then Vegas is going to start asking me, Mr. Sharp, what do you think about these odds?
You told me the Giants are going to win this division.
Long as the
Is
Cowboys.
Vegas calling you about that?
Hey, you were 13 and 3.
Yeah.
With Dak in his 2nd year, he's going to be better. And I say they not making the playoffs.
Okay.
And they won't.
Okay. Well, it's a long way to go. I remind you. I know you aren't that familiar with how this NFL works. It's a long season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a short time to get there.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.